There we go. Hello, hello. Becky Plautz. I'm here with Jody, who is going to be sharing a little bit about the conversation around embracing structure. This is what we've been having conversation around inside of the Work on Purpose with Purpose community all month. We're halfway through the month already, which is wild. So Jody, we're super excited to be able to have you come in as our guest presenter next week, which is Thursday, the 22nd of June. And that's at 11 o'clock Central, and that's 9 a.m. Pacific time. So Jody, would love to have you introduce yourself and share a little bit about embracing structure, what that might look like for guests to come in and join us in that workshop next week.
Oh, it's a great topic. You gave me a couple of different dates, and I'm like, oh, I love structure. So my name is Jody Maley. I have been an entrepreneur for over 28 years now, and I've been in traditional home-based businesses. I've also done work in brick and mortar companies, and in all of them, no matter kind of what you're doing, whether you are either working for a company or with a product, your own service, having structure of some sort is really important in all of it. And this is actually what I love to talk about the most. And when I first started my first company, I was with a home party planning company years ago, and my kids were little. So structure was super, super important, that once I was earning a significant income with that company, having structure was number one. You want to do your business because of family, right? I started when my kids were young, and thankfully I learned this structure thing right off the bat. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Well, and when I've been thinking about structure this month, I've really been understanding how much discipline it takes to be consistent and show up inside of structure, and realize, that it's really that beneficial part that you're mentioning, how it really helps us keep showing up because we've built structure that hopefully supports us and gives us the consistency that we need to grow and expand who we are, regardless of what we're selling or who we're, supporting, that we're supporting ourselves and having structure as well. So that's a huge thing that I've learned too as an entrepreneur for the last 13 years.
Yeah.
So, so tell us a little bit about how you're going to share next week. What's something that they can walk away with?
So for next week, it's going to be structure around the 4 different quadrants of a business, which is sales. So I'll talk a little bit about structure with your sales, your marketing, your traffic, and behind the scenes. So this is a talk that I don't know, it's been my mantra, I think, for probably the last 19 years in those 4 quadrants of a business, that everybody does a little bit in maybe one of them. And it's kind of knowing even your personality style to kind of help, which of those 4 business things, bringing in your own personality to it. Because how each person, I kind of find all the personalities too, they'll take bits and pieces from one part and then totally not like one part. But if you don't have let's face it, if you don't have authentic sales and that you feel comfortable in sales conversations, that's a big piece out of that quarter part of the pie. But also marketing. So a lot of people, if people don't know who you are and what you do, then you're not even going to get to sales conversations. And then the traffic, which is the eyeballs coming in. So I kind of like doing those 2 different, because some people think that the traffic and the marketing is the same thing, and it's not. Traffic is the eyeballs coming in. Marketing is actually starting to do the relationship building with people. It's a little bit different, right? And then the behind the scenes, the tech stuff, which I'm not the greatest at, which is why I always love, being your authentic true self in who you are with your personality, and then hiring out to help support that. So,
which definitely takes structure to be able to, build to the level that you are capable of handing
right.
over your processes, to take that off your plate when it's not your passion, your
Yeah.
joy, your zone of genius.
Yeah. And structure, we'll talk a little bit about too, of like when I first started, one of the very first things that I did was I hired an assistant. And many people go like, what? Why would you do that? Like, because I think that when we, as an entrepreneur, we do wear so many caps, but wear the caps that, choose the top caps that you want to wear. And again, hire that out. And so I was with a candle company I was with years ago. And luckily that assistant wanted to be paid in candles. So you can do stuff that doesn't even cost you a lot, but can help you bring the structure of, because at that time I was a busy mom with my first 2 kids, and now we're a blended family of 6. And luckily for us, my number 6 just turned 20, but I still have to have structure now, because now that it's not even so busy crazy, because I know with you with your 3 kids, right? Like you're like, structure going to and from and where you can fit your business in. My structure is now a little bit different, where it's like, okay, I actually have so much time, but I don't want to be doing my business all day. So even structure for me is a little bit different of when am I the best, which is usually between 10 o'clock in the morning till about 2, and then just stopping business stuff after that. So even structure takes different shapes as we're going through different stages of life too.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. Okay. So something I'll just point out real quick before we go to is that when I was talking to Jody about having this quick side invitation for you guys to join us, and I was like, hey, this time, we're in different time zones, and a 2-hour difference. And I said early in the morning, she has the structure. She implements this in her life. She's like, that, I don't know that my brain will be ready to like have the conversation in the morning at that time. And I was like, oh yeah, different time zone. Let's switch it to another time. So right, like having those kinds of structures in place, it supports you as a person, which supports your business and all of the areas that we touch when we have structure for our personal care and what we need most, so that we can show up as our best in sales and in marketing. And I'm excited to hear more about how you were just sharing the difference between the eyeballs and the traffic and the marketing pieces of that. So I'm really looking forward to having your wisdom come into the community and share from your 29 years, did you say, experience? Yeah.
29. That's crazy when I say that. It's like, really, has it been that long? But I always have to think back to, I started this entrepreneur journey, 28 years, my 1995, because that was the year that my son was born, and he's the New Year's baby. So yeah, that's how I remember. I always remember it to a kid.
Yeah, I can relate to that for sure. So okay, so if you are a busy mom, looking for more structure in your life, you're started a new side hustle or side business, or you're looking for the future of building out a business, this is all going to be amazing information for you to come and learn and absorb some information, some energy from some other, powerhouse women really going out there, getting some structure built because I believe that inside the structure, that's where we create the most freedom, when we have those pieces set up to really be our pillars and our strength. So I'm really looking forward to having you come in and train with us, Jody. Again, you guys, it is next Thursday, June 22nd, 11 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Pacific. There'll be a link for you to go get registered. If you're a guest, it's $27 to come to the workshop. It's an hour workshop. Jody will be training for 40 minutes in there, and we connect at the beginning and the end of these hours so that you can get to know the people in the room that you're going to be in training with. So Jody, thank you for taking the extra time to invite our guests to join us. And I'm really looking forward to having you next week. Where can everyone go connect with you outside of coming to the workshop?
The best is either on Facebook, Jody Maley. And you can follow me on Instagram too, Ms. Jody Maley. So I keep it pretty simple.
Awesome. Okay, that sounds great. Do you have anything left that you would like to share before we go?
No, I don't think so. I'm really looking forward to this and to meeting all of you amazing women. And these are quickly too tactics that you can even use even if you have a day job. Like really even structure of maybe you're trying to get out of your 9 to 5 while creating being an entrepreneur. These can be some tips and ideas that you can take to that as well.
Perfect. That sounds awesome. So come join us next Thursday. We will see you there. Thank you, Jody.
Thanks.